win or lose, I'm doing a full season review. I did review all these episodes, and I have been saying I wanted to do this review on my main channel. I kind of just decided against that just because I'm so jam packed with videos on that channel right now. I just thought it'd be best to put it here and really talk about this show. When this show was announced years ago, I was curious about it. I wasn't really sure how it would work. Pixar's never really done a show, and a lot of people are very confused about this. Excuse me, so I'll just clear this up now. When you say Pixar's never done a show, a lot of people say stuff like, "Well, what about Monsters at Work?" That show was not animated or made by Pixar. It was made by Disney Animation. I think some people at Pixar did probably help with that. They probably moved over to that department to work on that show. But for the most part, it was not put together by Pixar. So this is the first ever original Pixar show, and it's the last. There will definitely be shorts on Disney Plus or whatever, like collections of shorts. But this show is the first ever Pixar animated show, and it's the last, which is just such an interesting concept. And I think this show, while not a complete failure, was a sign of why they this wasn't the best idea. Because you watch this show, there are episodes and character beats that are really creative, really unique, and very well done, very emotional, heartfelt, all the Pixar stuff that you come to know. But then there's other things that are just clunky and just don't flow together. Like Pixar's trying to really work to make this thing a show, make it work. And it doesn't all come together by the end. And this is a show that is built around this one softball game. That's literally the structure and format of the show. And so when I'm saying, hey, all of it doesn't come together by the end, that hurts the show because there are episodes I could rewatch, yes. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to binge this show all together, which makes it more confusing why they release the show weekly, but I digress. But it doesn't flow together as a show really well. And that's very unfortunate. I just didn't think it worked. I think it is worth checking out if you love Pixar. Like if you're a massive Pixar fan, check this show out, right? Because there's enough unique and interesting things here that you will enjoy. But it isn't really ever a show you're going to go back to. And I think that's why Pixar's efforts are best say towards movies. The other thing I want to mention, Disney did take out a trans character from the series. It was very deplorable of Disney to do that. But I feel like there are elements, this hasn't been confirmed, of that character still existing in the show, but not explicitly stated, which makes the show very awkward and kind of feel mean-spirited, where, they're kind of acknowledging that character's identity, but maybe not, to appeal to bigots, which is very insane. And I think that is a really frustrating issue that, makes this show like something that maybe some people won't want to touch. And I could totally feel that. There's an articles going around about how this show has the first ever Christian character in a Pixar project and a Disney project in years. With nothing against that, but the reality is that Disney and Pixar, kind of made the show with the trans character, remove that element, and yet still made efforts to appeal to bigotry. Is just very insulting. And I'm not going to blame Pixar necessarily on that, actually. I'll remove Pixar from that sentence. It was a Disney higher-up decision. We all know it is. It's just sad that this is what Disney has control over like that. But yeah, I just wanted to leave it on that note because I think it is such a complicated thing. I just don't want to talk about it genuinely. I'm pissed about it, as everyone should be. And if you're not pissed about it, I think it says a lot about who you are. But let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.